casual vlog style talking head. Kind of want to touch base with you and catch up with things that have been going on since 2026 started. Yay, Happy New Year to you all. I've mostly been doing a lot of admin stuff, including just getting ready for the 2025 year for filing taxes. So without further ado, let's continue chatting and share what I've been up to. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ting and I'm a digital artist based in California, which is the northern part of California, Bay Area to be exact. Welcome to my channel and for joining with me today. The main thing I've been up to lately is to really figure out and nail down all my expenses, profit, anything that could be related to the tax form for 2025 filing tax year. And the reason why I'm so neurotic about it is because before I started my LLC, I only accounted for the profits I made. I didn't account for any expenses, so they were not included in my taxes when I first started in 2020. I'm being really on it now to make sure I track everything from my expenses to what revenue I've gained throughout every month. For me personally, I've been tracking my revenue and expenses on a monthly basis, and you can do whatever format you like, but I like to do it monthly just so that way I can put everything to at the end of the month and then forget about it until the next month. I think it's been a really good habit for me to build and for me to keep up with sustainably. So I make sure to track my expenses. I use Numbers, which is a kind of a similar spreadsheet program like Excel. I just like to copy every month on the spreadsheet, so it's just easy for me to track what I need to include. So my regular expenses would be an Adobe subscription per month, as well as a Canva Pro subscription. I make notes of what I actually need to pay for that month. So that can mean like my Squarespace subscription renews every August, so I make sure to note that in that month. And then another regular monthly fee would be the rental fee at a local retail store where I hold my stationery and sell my stationery there. It's just really important to keep track of my expenses as well as my revenue. That way you can actually see if you've made any profits for the month or holistically throughout the whole year, and then you know your numbers, and it's just better for you to see how your business is doing. And if it's negative, that way you now know what to focus on for the next year. So it's really important for me. And then if you are planning to make your digital art or art business into an LLC, I think it's important to really track all the numbers. So I've been doing a lot of that. Another key part is to actually also track your inventory and the cost of the inventory you build. What's really helpful is that if you have a Schedule C 1040 form in hand and kind of look at what kind of things they track, it just gives you a better idea of what you actually need to track on your spreadsheets and whatnot. So just have that form with you handy and just kind of look and see what kind of information they need so you can hopefully file your taxes accurately as possible and the IRS does not come get you. And I am not a tax professional by any means. I'm just sharing my tips. It's been working fine so far for now, and you can always ask Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT on some of the items that you're not really sure of, and just take your time to really look into it and track your finances accurately. And if it feels really scary, just ask a tax accountant or a tax professional to really look at the numbers. I think it is worth your while to hire someone if your numbers are a little bit more complicated. Highly recommend going through that route if that's something for your business. One thing to note is that while I track my expenses and revenue, I also track business highlights and my social media numbers. It's a secondary thing that I track, but I like to just kind of look at the numbers and see how I'm doing on a monthly basis. This is just a personal motivator for me. That way, if I have a business highlight of being able to post 2 YouTube videos in a month, that's a good feat for me, and I really want to track that and make a note of that, because these small little things that I do really can add up to a lot in the end. So then when you look at the whole year holistically, you can see, oh, I've made 10 YouTube videos, and that's really good for me, right? Especially when I also have a day job. I think it's important to have those key categories to track, just because for your own sake of mind, you know how you're doing in terms of, are you growing on social media? Do you need to get better? Do you need to be more present? And it's okay if that's not your focus. It's just, well, if I don't focus on that, will I actually still grow? And then you can kind of see the numbers. For me personally, I've been growing pretty steadily and gradually, even though I don't post that often, and it comes in waves whether I do post consistently. So I am generally okay with the numbers. I don't look at the social media numbers too much, but I just like to know, just to have that awareness for me. Another thing I also worked on was building my portfolio and updating my website. I've been kind of neglecting it for a while and haven't really posted any blogs and things like that. So I made some time and effort to really look at my portfolio page and update it accordingly to all my new Etsy images and photos and any other commission work I've done in the past year. So that's all shown in my portfolio. And then I also updated my media kit, and that's just a way for me to share my stats. It's not very important, I don't think, but I just have it just in case if someone browsed through and landed on my webpage and just wanted to know some of the numbers, they could see it, and the people I've collaborated with and the scope of services I offer. I built mine through Canva, and I used a template initially as a foundation, and then I just worked my way to add my own branding and my style into it. So not too tedious to work on, but it could be handy if you have a website and just put it on there, and we'll see if someone reaches out to you. And since that possibility is always there, I just like to have it in place for me. The one other thing I've been working on is this logo commission. I finally had some time in the last 2 weeks of December to just really hone in, take some time to develop some logo design ideas. I got some client feedback already, so I am working my way to provide some new ideas. I don't know if you can tell what this is. It will all make sense in the next video that I'm going to post. I'm going to be talking more about commissions, my approach, and then how I get commissions. And then also, if you noticed that my office/studio space has had a makeover, so really happy, and I think you can see a portion of it finally ready. I'm gonna have to continue on to finish organizing all my stuff, but that's also going to be an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I've been just cranking away doing some boring admin tax stuff, but necessary, and just doing art. I know I don't post a lot on social media, but I am doing things in the background, and they're not always fun, but they're necessary, and I am working very actively and very hard behind the scenes. So I hope that this YouTube video shows a little peek of what I do in the background. I know that social media shows like the end result, but YouTube is a good way for me to show you some behind the scenes and what I'm actually been up to lately. The next set of clips would be showing my December and a little peek of January vlogs. I went to Cat Town in December, and I also went to Tahoe on New Year's Day, and we spent some time up there and just enjoyed the snow. So I hope you enjoy that. I like traveling where I can and taking rest in between my art, so that's why I like sharing these other moments to show you that I don't always do art, but I want to make sure that I have a good personal work-life balance as much as I can. So without further ado, enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye! Hello, it's nighttime, and I'm in the process of editing this video, and I realized I didn't even share my goals for 2026 and what I hope to achieve. So here it goes. What I want for 2026 is for me to continue to work on fun collaborative projects with other people. I think that would be really cool to continue to help challenge me and my creativity and be part of something that is very meaningful and impactful to the community. I would like to continue doing that, and hopefully there'll be some opportunities to do that this year. In terms of relationships, I think keep continuing on networking and building those and strengthening those relationships can be very key to my growth. So I want to continue moving forward with that. One of the bigger aspirations is to continue to make money, and hopefully that trajectory continues to grow. I'm hoping that 2026 will be a good year, if not better than 2025. That's all I can really hope for. So I'm just looking forward to really cool things for 2026. I feel I'm in a good headspace, and with balancing work life, personal life, I think I've gotten better at managing things and saying no to things that I cannot do, I don't have the capacity for, but I'm learning to not say yes to everything. So I'm hoping that whatever comes my way in 2026, I will be able to handle it with the best I can with my capacity. And I hope that you stick around and see what 2026 brings for me. That being said, I do hope that good things come for you for 2026, and keep making good art, keep being creative. That's all I want to bring up, and my goals are pretty light, but I tend to not have too high expectations. There's always deep down things I really want, but we will see. I want to be surprised, but also be realistic about what comes my way. So yeah, those are my 2026 goals, and we'll finally move on to the actual travel clips. So precious.